What's up, y'all? Welcome back off the bench. We back in here. You know, I'm String Cheese. My co-host right here, B Mike.
Yes, sir.
Back with another episode. But before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button, so you can follow us with all our hot topics that we got, coming out every Tuesday night. We coming to you a little late this time around Wednesday. I was a little emotional. Packers lost, so I couldn't do it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But
it's okay, man.
JR's not here. Like I said, we got that humble six for you, but we got a lot coming to you today. We're going to also get into our NFL playoff predictions, who we think going to be there when the dust settles. As I mentioned, the humble six. We got the Warriors, the Thunder. We also going to talk about that new NBA All-Star format. We're going to give our picks for this Thursday night, Jets versus the Pats. We also like to give a shout-out to the LA Dodgers for winning the World Cup. I believe that's what it's called in baseball. We trying to talk baseball too. That's really not my sport, but you know what I'm saying? We going to get into that, look into that a little bit. But let's kick things off. That Monday night upset, really pulled it out. 10-7 over my Packers. Jalen Hurts had 183. J Love had 176. Saquon Barkley had 60 yards. Josh Jacobs, 74. Devontae Smith, 69. Christian Watson, 45. As a team, Philadelphia Eagles had 294, 183 in the air, 111 on the ground. Packers had 261, 157 in the air, 104 on the ground. B. Mike, what you think about that game? Talk to these people a little bit. Let us get a little insight from you. What you think happened?
Hey, man, first of all, man, I'm sorry, man. That was a tough L. I didn't give you a call, man, but I'm sorry for the loss, man. It was a tough one.
Good.
What I saw in this game, man, I really kind of looked at one player, Jalen Phillips, came over from Miami Dolphins before the trade deadline ended. I think it was a great pick for Philly. What I saw from him and what he did with Zach Tom, it was pure dominance. Pure dominance. The amount of pressure he generated, it sped up the clock in the mind of Jordan Love. And Jalen Phillips might not have got home the whole time, but what he did was he didn't let the play develop downfield. So Jordan Love had to go a lot of checkdowns. The second thing that he did was in the run game, he had gap discipline in the run game. There were two plays in particular. One, you guys are running an outside zone, and Zach Tom, his responsibility was to push Jalen Phillips as far to the right as he could so that the double with the right guard in the center could work. The right guard in the center double worked, got to the second level. However, Jalen Phillips did not allow Zach Tom to move him. 2-yard gain. Second play, it was a pull. So Zach Tom was pulling to the left-hand side. Phillips ran all the way down, caught Jacobs, and it was a 2-yard rush. He had a really good game. Zach Tom could do nothing with him. The tight ends, because Tucker Kraft is out, they didn't really show that they're good at pass protection. So Jalen Phillips had one heck of a game. Between bull rush, rips, spins, he just dominated that game, man. So that's really what stood out to me.
Hey, for me, I'm going to touch on a few things as far as this Packer loss, man. Anytime your defense playing that good, you really only gave up 2 big plays to Philly, which resulted in a touchdown over the top. You take those plays away, Philadelphia ain't do nothing all game. You had the first drive, we get the turnover in the red zone. Turnovers like that happen in football. Busted plays happen. That's how Philly got the score. But before I touch on too many things, because that's what the Packers have, a lot of problems, I'm going to talk about Micah Parsons and all the hate he get every week, bro. Like, every week this man's a topic. Micah Parsons ain't make a play. That's why we got him out of that, bro. Listen. Green Bay run defense last year, we gave up 100 yards a game. This year, 90. Passing offense, we gave up 215 a game. This year, 198. Mm-hmm. Points per game last year, we gave up 21. This year, 19. It would have been 16, 17 had we didn't give up Dallas, that 40 points to Dallas. But every aspect of the defense is better, but we got to find a way to throw something at Micah. Like, makes no sense. Anyway, to the offensive side of the ball, I'm not even going to talk too much about Philadelphia Eagles because at the end of the day, it was a defensive game. Philly found a way to win. Green Bay found several ways to lose. It's really coming down to Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love. One of them two is the problem. It's several play calls I could touch on, man. But I saw somebody drop a video because, Philly did call out Green Bay play on that 4th and 1. Mm-hmm. And I saw somebody drop a video. And they showed the Green Bay Packers on 3rd and short. Every time on 3rd and short, bro, we're running the inside zone. I'm like, wow. Somebody took the time and broke that down. I mean, from week 1 to now, whenever it's 3rd and short, we run that play. 4th and short, they watched film. They called it out. Matt LaFleur, when we had to throw the ball, we're trying to get down. It's a passing play. Bro, we run a play action. Bro, they got the nickel package in. Who biting on that?
Yeah.
So a lot of times Jordan Love made some bad decisions, taking sacks. I watched a lot of clips and watched the game over. And Jordan Love, because he was under so much pressure, he looked like Aaron Rodgers did when we played Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers didn't give plays a chance to develop because the pass rush was coming. He got rid of the ball. Yeah. Same thing happened with Jordan Love. I watched him get rid of the ball, and I'm telling you, these dudes was wide open crossing the field. He had a route when we ran a crossing route, and behind the crossing route was a skinny post. You're making a linebacker make a decision on which person he's going to pick up. Right. Jordan Love just quickly threw the ball at the crossing route, and Christian Watson was wide open in the middle of the field right behind him. Like, bro, let the play develop. That's a big game. I said last week on the episode, or I think when the Packers lost to Carolina, that guys couldn't line up. So we're getting a lot of penalties as far as, not knowing how to line up. Didn't happen again this week. Bros can't line up. Illegal procedure. Bro, we get that call every week. It's getting frustrating, bro. Like, I'm not going to talk too much into it. I ain't even getting on too much of the statistics part of the game because it's more than that for the Packers, bro. Now we keep losing offensive linemen. You can't say we're hurt. The Rams are hurt, and they still dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
7-2.
At one point, Baker Mayfield didn't have weapons. The rookie's looking good. He looking like an MVP. Why is it the Packers get hurt? And I said this on Process Formula when I dropped this out of the game. I'm like, Matt LaFleur play calling only works when we have all of our weapons available. When somebody's out, play calling's trash. Then again, you call the plays like Jordan Love as an average quarterback. You just won't put the ball in this man's hands. 4th and 1. My mom called it out, bro. What she know about football? Right. Come on, bro. So that was a bad loss for Green Bay.
Yeah.
We got 8 weeks to get it together. One thing Green Bay do is win in December. So I'm still looking at Green Bay as a playoff team.
Of course.
I ain't going to talk about them too much, but since I'm talking about playoff team, let's just jump into this next segment, which is who do we feel is going to finish the season in the postseason? Currently, right now. Playoff seeding. AFC, number 1 Colts, 2 Broncos, 3 Patriots, 4 Steelers, 5 Chargers, 6 Bills, 7 Jacksonville. So we're going to do AFC first.
Got it.
What is your end result of these guys currently in the playoffs? Who not going to be there? And who will be there?
Yeah. So Steelers, they're out. Jags are out. So I got Colts, Broncos, Patriots, Ravens, Chargers, Bills, Chiefs. The Ravens, they're making a push. I do not see the Steelers winning this division at all. I think this might be the first season that Mike Tomlin has a losing record. I do not feel like the Steelers are a good team at all. I feel like the Ravens, they are making a surge at the right time. They're lucky. The Ravens are very lucky that they're in this position the way they started this season. So definitely I see the Ravens making that push. And then the Chiefs as well. I don't trust the Jaguars. Don't trust them at all. Brian Thomas Jr. has not been the same he was last year. He's not the same player. And you just lose your first-round pick for the rest of the year. The Jags are not a serious contender to me. And even though the Chiefs aren't playing their best ball right now or playing the ball that we're accustomed to, I don't think that a current Jags team right now is better than a Chiefs team that really hasn't shown us consistency. I still feel like Pat Mahomes can make up that gap. So, yeah.
So I'm not even going to add too much to that because we're on the same page here. And that rarely happens.
Rarely.
I don't think Pittsburgh is going to be able to hold on, man. Like, Baltimore was 1-5, bro. You had a chance to run away with the division and you didn't. Now they're 4-5, you're 5-4. Same thing here. When it comes down to December, I just trust Kansas City more than I trust Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville's schedule isn't that easy. You know what I'm saying? I think let me see, I wrote it down somewhere behind me. Thought it was in front of me. They got to play the Colts twice, Denver, and the Chargers. And I don't think that they're going to survive that. Even though Kansas City got Denver twice, Indy, I think that Dallas game on Thanksgiving is like a trap game, and then you got the Chargers. But Kansas City, been there, done that, they can win these games they're not supposed to win. Mm-hmm. So, like those are my two teams that's going to get in there. Kansas City and Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Jacksonville will be out. Yeah. Now it's the NFC. Currently, we have Philadelphia, the 1 seed, Seattle's 2, Detroit's 3, Tampa's 4, Chargers 5, Bears 6, Packers 7. How do you have the NFC playing out?
Yeah, man. So the team that I'm saying is going to go out is the Bears, man. The 49ers, I feel like they're going to sneak in. I just trust Kyle Shanahan more than I
Bro, did you look at my sheet for the day, bro?
Nah, I didn't look at your sheet at all, man. Hey, but two great minds, brother, But I don't trust Ben Johnson and these Bears yet when it comes to a late push. You started off hot, which is great. You got some life into an organization that's been dead for years. I trust Kyle Shanahan more. Kyle Shanahan has proven that no matter how many injuries we sustain, we are going to come out and play competitive ball. We're going to play sound ball. We're going to execute, and it's about X's and O's. It might not be pretty. That's the thing about 49ers. It might not be pretty, but it's about X's and O's, execution of the fundamentals of football. And I just trust that team. And plus, this week they play the Cardinals. After this week, they'll be 7-4. The Bears, I believe they play Minnesota, actually. In Minnesota, they have something worth fighting for. And it's a divisional game. So I definitely see the 49ers sneaking back into the playoffs.
So, as you heard me say, you're looking at my sheet for today. So we pretty much got the same thing. So, for me, like you just said, I got the Bears falling out. I got San Fran sneaking in. Even though Carolina had the tiebreaker over the Packers because they beat them, I just don't think Carolina's going to be in that position. Carolina have 2 games remaining against Tampa Bay. So, that's going to be tough for them. They also got Seattle, the Rams, the Niners, a divisional game against the Falcons. That's a tough schedule for them. They're not going to survive that, And with the Bears, this is their game they have coming up. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philly, Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay, Niners, Detroit. They're done.
Yeah.
They ain't making it. You know what I'm saying? They done. So that's the only change I got in the NFC. I think the Niners, I don't know where they'll be at 7 or 6 because the Niners, out of all the teams in the playoffs, they have the easiest schedule, even though they're hurting probably the most. So that's my take. Now, everybody love this segment here. I be seeing the comments that we be getting on the Humble Six. And the Humble Six is back by popular demand. We didn't scratch this segment today. We scratched other segments that I like Got Smoke and Who's Cooking. So, without further ado, Humble Six at number 6, Kansas City, the Bears at 5, Denver at 4, Philly at 3, New England's 2, Seattle's 1. How do you feel about JR's Humble 6, B. Mike?
I'm still questioning this Chiefs decision, man. I feel like the Chiefs, for JR and for a lot of people, they're resting on their laurels. You're looking at what they did in years past. But if you look at what they have done this year, you cannot tell me they're a top 6 team. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me the Bears are a top 6 team. You just can't. So for me, Seahawks, Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Eagles, and Rams. Those are the teams who have shown me that they're a top 6 this year. But the Chiefs, they're not the same, and they got to come to the Mile High this weekend. It's going to be a dogfight. And
that's a W for Kansas City.
Okay. You lucky this not a Thursday night game, man.
That's a W for Kansas City.
Hey, but my Broncos are taking that, man. We're the best defense for a reason. We're the best defense for a reason, and their offensive line is going to do nothing with our pass rush at all. At all. You're going to see Pat Mahomes is going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But for me, I'm definitely taking the Bears off the list. I don't know why the Rams not in here. There's no reason the Rams shouldn't be on his list. So he's definitely tripping not having the Rams up here. And I'm still going to put the Colts in there. So I'll put the Colts at 6. I'll put the Rams at 5. And I'll leave everybody else as is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Philly's another team. They just know how to win. So I ain't touching them. Not going to throw salt at them because they beat my Packers and they shouldn't have. But, B-Mike, on to your sport now. Let's get some NBA, bro.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about it.
NBA action. The Thunder defeated the Warriors 126-102 last night. And Oakland SGA contribute a team-high 28 points to go with 11 assists, 5 boards, 3 steals. Chet Holmgren added an additional 23 points. He was perfect, 9 of 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from downtown. Had a perfect night, man. 11 boards also.
Yep.
Let's go to Golden State. Kuminga finished with a team high of 13 points, along with 4 assists for the Warriors in a losing effort. The Thunder improved to 11-1 with the win. The Warriors fall to 6-6. Yeah. Going forward, what you think of these two teams, B-Mike?
Hey, man, so this game was not a game that I was excited to watch, to be honest with you. You had the best team in the NBA going against a Warriors team that really had a bad week. Started off pretty strong when the season started, showed a lot of grit, showed kind of what they did after the trade deadline when they got Jimmy buckets last year. So they showed a lot of potential to be, I would say, a top 5 team in the West. But this last week with Steph going down with his sickness, they had a couple of road games. They had some back-to-back games. They started to show their age a little bit. Started to show their age. Their best players are Jimmy Butler. He's old. Al Horford, old. Steph, old. Draymond, old. And they don't really have a consistent young player that can take the burden off the veterans. And that's going to play a part into the whole season, how the season shapes out for them. OKC, again, best team in the NBA by far. They lead the league in total plus minus, and they're one of the 2 teams that have a plus 13 to start the season. That's them and the Denver Nuggets. So the Denver Nuggets and OKC are the top performing teams right now in the NBA. Both teams are top 5 in offensive rating and defensive rating. And to me, player of the game would have to be Shai. Shai did a really good job. I like what he did. When they were setting screens, Shai rejected a lot of those screens. And it was smart on his behalf because when you reject those screens, you avoid Draymond, which is one of their best defenders. And now you're going downhill and you're creating pressure. You're creating pressure for that defense. And as soon as they start to collapse, because you have to respect SGA when he's driving, you have to respect it. So when that happens and they collapse, what happens is he can kick out. That's how he had 11 assists. He was able to make plays because he reacted effectively to the defense. And they attacked Quentin Post early. Shai had a step back 3 on Quentin Post. Chet on Quentin Post. So they have another game tonight, so they run it back to back. So it was very smart for them to come out strong so they can kind of rest and get ready for tonight. So overall, it was a good game by the Thunder. They proved again why they're the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, man. Okay, see, like them boys about to repeat over there, boy. I'm trying to tell you, they look good, man.
No,
how long before Jimmy Buckets lose his joy over there in over there in Golden State, man? Them boys in Miami doing pretty good without him. But back to this game. The Warriors dynasty has definitely come to an end, and I think the Thunder have just begun. This OKC team got the talent to be special for the next 5 years. They got decent ball movement, style defense, efficiency in shooting, timely big plays. As a fan watching this game, it just looked like a torch was passed to OKC last night. They played great defense on Steph. Steph couldn't do what he normally do, moving without the ball. When have you ever seen a stat line for Golden State and nobody scored over 13 points? I know it's early, we're only 12 games into the season, but Golden State defense declined dramatically, as well as their rebounding and assists. The lack of a reliable second scoring option hasn't even been solved. That's their problem. Jimmy Buckets is looking like Draymond Green 2.0, man. He just can't score reliably when they need him to, bro. Which is the weakest point of the team, but it's a good chance, man. These boys gonna be playing in the play-in tournament, and I'd be surprised if they make it out of it.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be big changes coming to Golden State this coming year because this team, they gotta kind of retool for the future because, like you said, it's coming to an end.
Yeah, bring in LeBron, man. LA don't need LeBron right now. LeBron will ruin the chemistry over there.
He said bring in LeBron.
But since we're talking about some future Hall of Famers, some All-Stars, let's jump into this new format for the NBA All-Star Game. NBA just announced a new format for the All-Star Game. The format for the 2026 NBA All-Star Game is going to feature 2 USA teams, 1 team of international players. So you're going to have 3 teams, and they'll be competing in a round robin that will include 4 12-minute games. The top teams from the round robin will face each other in the championship game. Now, all teams will have a minimum of 8 players. B-Mike, new and improved, new and exciting. What you think? What you think?
Something needed to happen. I am so glad that they did something because the All-Star Game, All-Star Weekend has been just brutal to watch. I remember growing up, man, sitting down excited to watch the dunk contest, the 3-point contest, the All-Star Game, watching Kobe go off and, East versus West. I was excited. But now I'm getting old. I don't even tune in. It's not even exciting anymore. So now you have an Olympic feel to it. You have some sense of pride to it. I watched Euroball this year, and I got to watch Giannis, and I got to watch Jokic, and a lot of other foreign players, Euro players, play. And they have so much passion and pride for playing for their countries. This is not something that they play in the States, but there's something about playing for your country. And also, if you look at it, man, the top players in the league are going to be on Team World. So I got Team World winning it all. You got SGA, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, Luka. Bruh, name me a better starting 5. You can't because they're about to dominate Team USA. So it's about to be a good matchup, man. I think it's going to be more competitive than it has been in years, so I'm excited.
So you think it's going to be competitive? I don't, bro. The All-Star Weekend is just a vacation, bro. These guys don't want to play. That's the reason it's been boring for years. What these guys want to do in a game, they want to do a couple windmill dunks, get some crazy Steph Curry threes going on, don't break a sweat and sit down. Now you telling me I got to break a sweat? Nah, bro. This is not what these guys want to do, man. I think it's a waste of time. Now I got to sit through a jamboree. This ain't football. What's a round robin? What we doing with all these teams, bro? In the same night, in the same day? That's crazy, man. It's supposed to be East versus West. The best wins, go home. They got to do all this stuff to keep.
Now that they say it's going to be on the same day, it's going to be on the same day, all the games?
I would think so. You only playing 12 minutes. You're in the NBA. You got 3 12-minute games. That doesn't even equal to 1 NBA game. But there's no way you're going to have a round robin and the championship game is on a different day. When I don't know how it's going to be, but they didn't explain that part of it. But when we're doing these little turkey bowls for football playoffs and tournaments and stuff, we're going to do the round robin, and depending on how many teams are in it, the championship's the next day. But when it's 3 teams, it's all in one day. And I mean, like, who want to go home and come back? The All-Star Weekend is already jam-packed. You got your Celebrity All-Star Game, then you got your skills competition, then you got the game. They can't make it another day because they added a round robin type feel. You know what I mean? So what fans want to sit through that, bro? I want to watch East versus West. I don't want to watch USA 1 versus USA 2. Then got to sit and watch USA 1 and 2 international. That's too much, bro.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I do miss the old format. Like I said, when I was growing up, East versus West. But I think that this format is better than what it has been before.
And you only get 8 players. So now I'm going from not breaking a sweat to, I got to play. Bro, nah. So when it's not competitive, then what they going to do? Granted, the NFL doing stuff like Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Guess your teammate. You know, as crazy as that sound, it's not the actual game. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy they got to go from... I mean, the NFL adapted. We'll see, man. But to me, it's a waste of time, bro. Like, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to wait till the highlights come on TikTok or something.
YouTube highlights.
Yeah. But now let's jump into how the Dallas Mavericks have decided that now is the time to fire GM Nico Harrison. The statement came out from the Mavericks owner, and it said, no one associated with the Mavericks organization is happy with the start of what we believe will be a promising season. You have high expectations for the Mavericks, and I share them with you. And when the results don't meet the expectations, it's my responsibility to act. I've made the decision to part ways with General Manager Nico Harrison. So that relationship is over now, you know, but it's also, I saw some rumors, man, I don't know if it's true or not, but the Mavericks are putting Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis on the trading block, man. But what you think, what's going on in Dallas, man?
Man, okay. So, Nico. It's about time they fired this man. You trade Luka, 5-time All-Star player. You let Jalen Brunson walk, and as soon as he walked, he became a superstar in New York. Not a star, not a role player. He became a superstar, and you let him walk. You trade Porzingis to Washington Wizards for Spencer Dinwiddie and David Bertans. You trade Quentin Grimes to Philly for Caleb Martin. You let Derrick Jones Jr. go to the Clippers. Everything that you've done has not panned out. Every decision that you have made has not panned out. And I don't think this had to do with this season at all. I think it had to do with the Luka trade. Had nothing to do with this season, because you can look at this season and say your starter point guard, Kyrie Irving, he's injured. AD is battling injury. So you can like legit have these real reasons and explanations why you're starting off at a poor start, because you're putting the franchise on the shoulder of an 18, 19-year-old kid. So at the end of the day, you're not going to be the best team. So for me, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the Luka. The fans wanted Nico gone. Jason Kidd, the press conference, when they had the first press conference, you could tell he was visibly pissed off. And all Nico said was, time will tell if I'm right. Well, time's up, Nico. Go on a vacation, do something, but you ain't about to be a GM in the NBA no more. That's shot. You made too many bad decisions, man. It was about time.
Bro, you all over my paper, bro. Like, what, come on.
Hey, you gotta go first now, man.
No. I'm going to continue. Let's go Florida first. But, so, did you see the last game? Did you see how Nico Harrison was in attendance at the game?
Actually, I did not. Mm-mm.
So normally when he in attendance at the game, man, my man is Sunday best, suit, tie, button, look clean. Mm-hmm. My man was in a hoodie and some jeans, bro. He knew it was a wrap.
Oh yeah, he felt that thing coming, bro.
He knew it was a wrap, bro. But the fans been calling for his head. like you said, ever since the Luka trade. But you know, in order to make a Luka trade, to trade a generational talent like Luka, that decision got to come from upstairs. Nico can't do that. They need a scapegoat, and unfortunately, Nico's it. You know, but pretty much that's all I got to put with that because you pretty much said everything I was going to say. So that being said, man, how you feel about Thursday night? You finally picked a winner, man.
Hey, when I bet on my Broncos, bro, I'm not going to lose. When I bet on my squad, I'm not losing. You know what I mean? So I finally got my Thursday night pick right. I'm like, what, right, 1 for 5?
This week, who you rolling with, man? We got the Patriots and the Jets, man. I think, is the Jets on a 2-game winning streak?
Are they 2 or was it 1?
I don't know.
I know they won last week. I was shocked because, you know, the trades they did with Sauce and Quentin Williams.
Go ahead. So give me your pick. While you give me your pick, I'm going to see if they on a 2-game winning streak tonight. I think they are.
Yeah, so I have no reason to believe that the second best team in the NFL is going to lose in prime time at home. I have no reason to believe that. The coach is better. The quarterback's better. The O-line is better. The front seven is better. The back end is better. The only thing that the Jets have over the Patriots are the offensive weapons. Breece Hall will be the best running back in that stadium. Garrett Wilson will be the best receiver in that stadium. But that's asking a lot of 2 young players who are now coming accustomed to losing. And you're going to ask them to pick up this whole team and beat the Patriots that are 8-2. Not going to happen. The Jets, the season is a wrap for you guys, but you're not going to beat the Patriots. No, sir. And please tell me you agree. You cannot go against that one, man.
Bro, the Jets on a 2-game winning streak, man. What you talking about, bro?
So you got Jets.
Man, heck no.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
They can win all they want. I'm going with New England, man. Hey, but congrats to them boys, man. They on a 2-game winning streak ever since the owner disrespected Justin Fields like that. It definitely was a total team victory the way they won that game, you know. But it is what it is. So there you have it. Thursday night, we both going with New England. So hopefully nothing happened to this episode, man, because I'm looking at the timer right now, and it says 9 minutes. So when my daughter called, your voice went out. And I hung up on her, and then I don't know. So we'll see how that play out.
I mean, for me, it's still going. It says 33.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So
all right, man. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, checking us out off the bench, man. Episode 3. We back next week at our regular time. Hopefully the Packers win, and we come back at the regular time. Packers lose, hey, we coming back on the day later like we did this week.
Hey, if the Broncos lose, we come back on Friday, bro. I'm calling this sick, my boy.
All right, man. We out.
All right, man.